Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 7 of season 2 of Arcane. This is the beginning of our final act of this show. I'm still not ready to wrestle with just the realization that this is about to end. I know we're going to get more stories within this world, and that at least it's been said that the survivors of this show may pop up in some of those other shows. So it's not like the last time we'll see some of these characters, but for some, maybe it will be. I mean, who knows? Really, anything's on the table with how this show goes, but the last act ended, as per usual, in tragedy, as Isha sacrificed herself to protect Jinx, Vi, and Caitlyn from this creature, from Vander, as, you know, Jayce's actions led to him going back completely feral. No remnant of his humanity is left inside him now, and we got that to wrestle with. We don't know how this is going to impact, you know, the sisters. We don't know how this is going to impact Piltover or just the world in general. We don't know if Jayce was right. We don't know if Viktor was right. We don't know anything about the sort. You know, you can make your assumptions at this point, but that's really all we have. You know, I did want to say that, like, after the last act, I couldn't fight the itch anymore. I did reinstall League. I did want to note that there is a little, like, kind of like point and click that they have added in there to tell a little bit of the in-between story of Jinx that I thought was really interesting. You know, kind of see what she was up to between acts. Like just a little 5-10 minute little like point and click adventure game kind of thing. Like Act 1, that one shows you her building Sevika's arm. Act 2 is her tracking Vander and reminiscing and digging through the wreckages of the bar. And I don't know what Act 3 is because I'm just doing this right now, but it was honestly really interesting and gives you a little bit of insight of where Jinx's headspace has been. The fun thing about it is it's called Jinx. Well, the title, if you're looking at it, it's Jinx Fixes Everything. But under fixes, it was ruined, but it's been crossed out. So it's instead has been replaced by her, as we've seen in the show, trying to repair some of these relationships or just not break anything further than it's already been broken by this point. So I thought that was really interesting. It makes me kind of concerned as towards the direction this character is going to go in this arc right now. But with that said, let's get ready to hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon or for Kiramman channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. At least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. That all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 7. Pretend like it's the first time. Here we go. Oh, the record, the record was different this time. Oh, I guess we're gonna find out what Ekko's been up to. Oh!
You're beyond help. Whoa, relax, Jumpy.
Oh no!
Did you just throw that?
Stay back!
They're in an alternate reality. He just kind of stole this world's Ekko's body.
You know those ugly twins. Genius and madness.
Oh wow. It was them on the disc.
What's gotten into him?
Whoa. Whoa, I'm okay. That now makes me wonder if what if the Jayce that came back is the body of our Jayce, but a Jayce that has lived a completely different reality, one that sees Viktor as a threat and has projected that upon ours. Or again, maybe similar events played out in his world and he's preventing that here. So we see the good right now, but there was some not so great things around the corner had Viktor continued what he was going to be doing. I don't know, man. This opens the door for literal infinite possibilities at this point. Oh. Wow. Dude, it's like a completely different outcome.
Hey, Space Boy. I'm not talking to myself over here. What is up with you? You've been out of it all day.
I feel like I woke up in the wrong universe.
This is what happens when you stay up all night. Those synapses start firing around like drunk slugs. There's still plenty of time before the competition. I've got you.
Royalty.
Yo! Wow.
Trouble in paradise?
Just the usual project woes.
Tell me about it. Well, we finally got the hybrids to feed off the Fisher gases, but the conversion rate's way too low.
I wonder if he's gonna find a way to like turn back the clock in their own timeline, but we haven't seen Vi yet.
You think I'm holding myself back?
I think you're too smart to spend your life in a bar.
And that same effect is what is happening to Jayce. These fissures. Does that mean they all got separated into a different possibility?
One can't go shouting from the rooftops about being thrust into parallel dimensions without awkward consequences.
Oh, okay, they're here.
It seems the anomaly which dislodged us from our proverbial reality also scattered us across time.
Man, I thought I was going crazy. How long have you been here?
1,128 days, 6 hours.
Good
and
God.
20 minutes.
So he's been here longer than he
So
has.
you've just been waiting for me all this time?
I grew skeptical you'd arrive, even during my unusually long lifetime.
What about Jayce? Is he here?
I fear he may have wound up elsewhere. The anomaly behaved differently around him.
Please tell me you figured out a way to
Lovely.
get us home.
I'm afraid Hex Tech was never invented here, and without a creation so prodigious as
Oh.
the Hex Gates.
No anomaly.
No, it is
Lovely.
bad. I've been able to accomplish wonderful things in this world. Give it time to settle. This place will grow on you. You'll see.
So what I mean, was Heimerdinger the big turning point that made this place so much better than it was, or was there some other
Find a way back with or without you.
trigger? Because like the Undercity seems so much better
Gonna go see Vi.
than it was before. Okay, she here. She here. Vi exists. I was worried that what if the turning point in this world was that something happened to her, she was never born, because that would be heartbreaking. Looks like Jayce did not win the lottery and where he ended up though. Yeah, no. This is making me think that Jayce is not in the right with what he was doing. At least where I'm at right now. But again, assumptions. Because if he's flickering, that means he's not in his home universe then, right? Just like with Spider-Verse? Or the entity in his body isn't.
Is anyone out there?
And I guess I would assume it would have to be another Jayce based on what we've seen with Ekko. Oh, no. Hey, wait.
Did you bring me here? Where are we?
Hold on.
Wait!
That looked more like I might be reaching here, but the wizard staff, the mage's staff from Jayce's introduction. Oh. Oh. That's what he was seeing. They were these husks.
No. It can't be.
Whoa. Oh.
Third degree, Ekko. We've been working on this project for months.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, sis. Someone's wigging out over his project and having an identity crisis.
Oh.
Again. No names.
Oh.
I got the not living up to my potential speech from Vander again. That reminds me of you.
Well, shit.
It's a mistake to come here.
What's that supposed to mean? Just because you're having a bad day, don't take it out on me.
Was it you?
You gave us the tip. We went on that job because of you.
The job.
Oh.
That's why there's no hex tech here.
Oh.
You should leave. Go, before I do something I regret.
Believe me.
Damn. So she died in that job from episode 1. Wow. Dude, and all these people are up here on the bridge. Like, everything's unified between the two cities, it seems like. I wonder if he's gonna bump into Silco.
Keep marching on, my friends.
Oh, Jayce's apartment. Dude, this is insane.
Wait till your brothers and your sisters see where you've been.
Look at that.
Turn that hourglass around and count to 10.
He's gonna be the one to figure it out, how to get through these gaps and slip back home. Oh, he just needs a piece. Wow.
Go and make some mistakes. You live at
Oh, wow.
like the wind, gonna breeze, fires will burn. Just let the gear.
So our Jayce or not, seeing this would put some fear in your brain, man.
Let 'em turn.
Aww.
Thank you very much.
And switch to this nightmare hellscape. It's like Hextech Pompeii out here, man. Oh, wait. Oh! Oh, no. Oh, well, there's why he needs that brace now. His hammer oh, jeez. God. Fucking smashed his own leg under his hammer.
You think you can recreate the anomaly with these?
That's the theory.
Inconceivable.
So you'll help me?
I meant that quite literally. I don't believe this can be done. The risk is far too great.
You said I was your pupil. I need a professor.
No.
Better yet, a partner.
No glass nozzles. How could I forsake a brilliant lad in need? Again.
Again. I was gonna say, wait a second. What are you talking about? Hey, if we play our cards right, we may be able to undo some of the tragedy that's befallen our timeline. Because I'm not gonna mention some things I know about the game that may or may not factor into this, just in case. I'm pretty sure it's something I mentioned at least once in season 1 as well, but not gonna risk it just in case I didn't. And it turns out, oh God, they're skulking in the shadows. Oh, and his hammer's getting infected. His leg was also getting infected. He's consuming this stuff with this corruption. They're just waiting. They're just waiting and watching.
He was my mentor. And I treated
Probably because this is this world's Viktor watching.
It corrupts, consumes.
I was trying to create magic.
It's your time now, Jayce.
Oh, how long has he been here? Maybe he just goes insane. Oh, he's doing the same thing Ekko is. He's trying to figure out how to go back. And his gemstone is still safely attached to his wristband right now. Oh, he looks very much so like Viktor right now with the leg and the staff. He's dismantled his hammer to build this brace. Damn, dude. He fucking made it. I'd be curious to know what the rest of the world looks like here. Did this, whatever did this here, move on to other places as well?
You painted this?
I had this dream where things went another way.
Oh.
She looks so badass.
Yeah, half of it. She was the toughest person in all of Zon. Nothing scared her.
No, not my sister. But I was strong because she was afraid. Her fear of losing us is what made her fight so hard.
You were different in my dream too.
Oh yeah, Buster?
You aren't the kind of person who helps other people with their projects. Your ideas change the world. I can't shake the feeling that that's who you're supposed to be.
Things are good. I like my life. I don't want to lose what makes me.
Okay, that's making me fear what I was thinking earlier before we started the episode.
Sometimes taking a leap forward means leaving a few things behind.
All right, out with it. What do you want from me?
I need you to help send me back home. I feel like we're about to start, it's almost like fucking Elden Ring or some shit. Bloodborne, some Dark Souls kind of setting, almost. He's just wandering through them like it's nothing. I mean, they haven't attacked him. They just observe and follow. It's so eerie. I love how this is highlighting how just intelligent Jinx is. I know we've seen it, but in a setting like this, you know, she's stacks up with everybody else. And she just always has been her hand that she's been dealt just holds her back so much. Even with that in mind, she's still been able to persevere as much as she's been able to through all that hardship as well. Oh, the little clap clap thing. Oh. Yeah, they're gonna figure this out. If I could turn back time. Did they do it?
It's so small.
It's your little itty bitty guy.
We've done it.
Halfway there.
Oh.
So, what does it do?
Oh, did they not explain that part? Oh, he probably told her it was nothing more than. Oh!
What does it do?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
No, I didn't.
Yes! They finally did it! They made his hourglass! Okay, I guess we can just say it now. But it's only limited to a small little gap.
It's a time loop. Huh?
A time loop? A time
I mean, that's okay. That's what I was not saying. In the game, Ekko can create time loops.
How did you stumble upon that?
I was playing with inversion.
He has this hex tech hourglass that lets him rewind time a couple of seconds.
We wouldn't want to push a new invention too far too quickly.
Yes. But yeah, I don't know how much we can change though. Like, I don't think it feasibly would undo every bad thing that's happened in our timeline, but it can prove useful.
2, 3, 4.
Oh! Oh! Yeah!
The limit is 4 seconds.
Are you certain, my boy?
Oh yeah, because I saw your fucking skull explode.
It's 4 seconds.
Damn, 4 seconds. God! So that just means, like, if they had a much bigger one, it could go even further, like, more than likely.
I might know how to give it a boost, a momentary
Oh,
upgrade,
what's-
if you will.
Where do we start?
You can start by attending your party. And what's the point of a device like this if you don't enjoy the time you have?
That's a good point. Meanwhile, let's cut to another clock. My lord. Jayce, you fucking mad. Dude, he is mad. You gotta commend it. I mean, what else are you gonna do? What else can you do here? So I guess he's still in his own mind in a way because his Jayce was probably dead. He's not competing with another consciousness. However, Ekko has completely hijacked this Ekko's life.
Where's the little lady?
She said something about making an entrance.
She does love a spectacle, eh?
You have no idea.
Hey, in case I don't remember to tell you tomorrow, you've always meant the world to me, Benzo.
Aww.
Well, you, don't get all mushy on me now. Hey. Making the big man misty, are you? These damned allergies. You should be proud of yourself, Ekko. Pat has been raving about your Z drive. Can't remember the last time I saw a similar live. I have the feeling that you'll be running this place soon.
Hey!
There's a chance for us yet.
There he is. Ekko, by this point, you should realize everything's fine.
Didn't you try to kill him?
Greatest thing we can do in life is find the power to forgive.
I want to know what happened, like how these things trickled out of Vi's death into all of these other things falling into place. Oh! Aww. Enjoy the peace while you can, because he's about to return home to a shit show. Wow.
Some night.
Aww.
Where'd you learn those moves?
I was just following your lead.
He's got lines.
Wow.
I just want to thank you. I used to dream the Undercity could be like this, but somewhere I got consumed by all the ways it wasn't. I gave up on it.
Oh, she's even got like a little streak in her hair for Violet.
I've never seen you give up on anything, Ekko.
You ever wish you could just stay in one moment?
Sometimes taking a leap forward means leaving a few things behind.
On her lipstick as
I'll
well.
never forget this.
Carrying on little echoes of her
better
sister.
not.
Pretty sure that's her sister's jacket too, or at least a similar one.
It's fine.
In the moment, Ekko.
Just pretend like it's the first time.
Oh, because it for him it is. I hope at least maybe this experience will allow him to, like, when they do come back, be more open to working with that universe's Jinx. Oh, there's a pixelation effect happening along with all of that. That was weird. Oh, wait. Does he get his hammer from his Jayce? Or this universe's Jayce? Because he dismantled his. What if it wasn't Viktor that did all of this? What if it was Jayce? Or no, because that husk is holding the hammer, so never mind. God. Aww. Oh. Oh, that's why that was happening.
Upgrade. Just a moment. I only need to hook up the final power supply.
Oh, he made a Terminator gate. Yeah, that looks a little Jayce.
This is where it all started,
Oh,
isn't
that was beautifully done.
it? The end of Piltover. Because of Hextech.
And there's this figure again.
Why did you ever give me this? Why? It doesn't have to go this way, right?
No, it doesn't.
Just tell me there's a chance.
This is just a place where it did. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Wait, so if them doing this is what slingshots them back to their reality, that means they arrived when Jayce did, I assume. Or whoever this is sent him back. I don't like that.
I must say that since I've met you, lad, I've truly lived.
What?
Oh, he's gonna stay here, isn't he? Yeah. Someone's gotta set the controls and finish it. Wow. Oh, and there it goes. But then we never even got to know who that figure was. It very well could have been an evil Viktor or something of the sort, and he's just playing into his hands. But if he's not meant to be where he is, why is he like Fritzen? Oh. It pulled him out of this Ekko back into his own body as well. Damn it, man.
Powder? What happened?
You've missed out on a little bit. I mean, for all we know, that entity is just like, hey, I got this one. Time to move on to the next reality. And he's just the means. The only threat to him would be another Viktor, maybe? I don't know. Damn. What an episode for Juliet with love. Aww. Hey guys, Editing Omni here, coming in right off the heels of the end of this episode, and I just want to jump in and kind of clear something up that I just completely did not grasp during the initial moment of watching this episode. Was that I thought Heimerdinger leaving the bubble was to complete the machine and that he was choosing to stay behind. You know, when Jinx comes down to consult Ekko and everything that's going on, all the chaos, I missed the little flicker, that little like couple of frames of where he plugged that cable together and when he was no longer there holding it. I saw him plug it together, I saw the light consume him, but I missed those couple of frames, or maybe I saw it and I didn't even process or remember it. But I did not connect the dots that he was no longer holding that cable when everything settled. So upon the rewatch, it looks like he is completely blasted away. I thought he was just going to stay behind so that he can complete things. He withheld that information from Ekko so he knew Ekko wouldn't argue or put up a fuss about it or whatever. And likely so. if it was a sacrifice, same rules apply there. You wouldn't want him to know about that because he would intervene. He might stop you, whatever, and you need to send him back. Either way, that all still kind of comes together the same way. But I thought he was just staying behind to help this world that he's been crafting all these years that he's been here, these thousands of years that he's been here so far. But no, he blinked out. Little ray of hope, at least, is that nothing else outside of the air being disturbed by the power of this machine activating, nothing else in the room seems to have been destroyed. It's quite possible when it powered on, it launched him. Maybe it launched him home. Maybe it launched him to another universe. Either way, he's not there. But many other things in the room stayed intact. So that's my one little glimmer of hope. But that also confirms, because what we see here in this moment, that while Ekko was in this world's Ekko, they were pulled apart. And something earlier in the opening, when they came into this world, that in the chaos of all that hex tech gooery that was going on, I didn't notice that they were swirling and merged together either. I thought that was Ekko himself duplicated until I noticed that in the edit that they were wearing different outfits. I couldn't pick that up in the chaos of the scene in the initial moment. So that was him merging with the Ekko of this world. And when this machine was activated, he was pulled out of that Ekko, and he was himself from our timeline. That didn't happen to Heimerdinger out there, which either means him and this world's Heimerdinger together died in that moment, or this world never had a Heimerdinger. Because that sucks too, because if you think about it, if he was inhabiting this world's Heimerdinger, he also sacrificed not only himself, but he also non-consensually sacrificed this world's Heimerdinger. Anyway, I want to just kind of get all that out there before I get into talking about the episode. So let's go ahead and hop back into that. Damn, man. We got to live in a moment of what could have been this time around. Pretend like it's the first time. I forgot the name of the title of this episode until then. Man, so they woke up in another reality where a different series of events played out. And in this universe, on their little heist that Ekko tipped them off on with the Hex Tech, with Jayce's apartment where they broke into it, in that explosion, Vi died. And without Vi, that sent everybody else careening in some way, shape, or form into a better path, which is tragic as all hell. I'm wondering if there's more differences than that, because I mean, again, dominoes be what they are. I mean, it changed everything. I mean, Topside and the Undercity have a bridge day together. They're communing together. They, the Undercity seems to be prospering. Milo, Clagor, all of them are alive. Silco is here. He's forgiven Vander for trying to kill him. He's not doing his other stuff. They're just running the bar together. Benzo's alive. Everything is all hunky-dory here. And Jinx never went down the path that she did. And, she's even had her creativity, her ingenuity fostered. She's fallen in love with Ekko here. And they've been a thing. And then his consciousness consumed his body for a time. And, that's where the confusion started to set in when he's reacting in these other ways to situations he's absolutely dumbfounded by, until he finally kind of finds his footing. And Heimerdinger's been here for years, centuries even. So he's just been waiting and hoping that Ekko would show up. They're lucky they got slingshotted into the same universe. It just begs the question, because we learned, at least in this, that because there was an Ekko, he became that Ekko. Like, his mind entered that Ekko and basically sent him back to the recesses of his mind. But once the thing got activated, Ekko and this Ekko were separated. He's being flung back to our universe at the exact same time Jayce is. But Jayce, unfortunately, did not land in a nice little utopia like they did. He landed in a hellscape where Hex Tech just went erratic, and the corruption started to consume. Like, the Hex Core had taken over everything here, to the point where the only things still alive were the husks left behind from what I would presume used to be people. Those that became one with this Hex Tech entity. Much like what we were seeing with Viktor, what he was doing to heal people. When Jayce is looking at them, he sees these husks. Now, there's a couple ways you can still look into that. I'm still not... There's There's too many variables up in the air for me to really kind of sink into what is going on here and take Jayce's point of view at face value. We don't know that what happened here wasn't a choice and a malicious act. He doesn't know anything. He just knows everybody is dead, but this entity that he believes to be the mage that saved his life back when he was a child. Because he's talking, he's like, why'd you save me then? Why'd you bring me here? All these things. You know, the cloak and the staff, it's the same staff. He's got the hex tech corruption there. So what if, I don't know, I got a lot of questions because, you know, it opens the door to, I can't remember if I mentioned in the last episode or not, but it's something that I know I've thought about. That what if our Jayce was never even from our universe to begin with? Either way, because like Viktor, when he sees him, is like, that's not Jayce. Why would he say that? And what we've seen here, as long as Ekko's been in this Ekko's body from where he's not supposed to be from, his body is flickering and pulling somewhere else, which is happening to Jayce supposedly in his home universe. Now, we don't also know that that's not a side effect from traveling through the worlds. We don't know that that's just not an after effect. However, we didn't see that happen to Jayce while he was in that hellscape. Not once did he flicker. He was not inhabiting a Jayce. That was him. He was in his body, his attire, his clothes, his hammer, all of that. That played into a part. Likely because his avatar here died in whatever apocalyptic event occurred at Piltover. You know, that was his hammer up there. I presume that was also Jayce, which now begs the question, why now then, if he's not flickering there, is he now flickering back home? Because to counter my theory that he was never from that timeline to begin with, he would have been flickering the entire time based on that assumption. Hey guys, Editing Omni again. One thing I wanted to point out too is before Jayce ever makes it to the top of the Hextech gate and encounters this being, he sees this being multiple times throughout his journey towards that point. It's almost as if he's being led there, which has a whole other theory that's popped up in my head while I've been editing this. Even before he got up there and found the hammer and saw that husk of what I presume to be this universe's Jayce, he was down in that cave, and when he was scribbling on the wall, he was having little jumps and visions of that Jayce up there. So this could potentially feed into a time loop where this has happened before, or he's going to reach an eventuality in which he's sent back to kind of go back and do this all again. And, you know, kind of something I was thinking about as well is this being, this mage, went and saved him as a child, right? Presuming that's the same one. Why would he save him as a child? Did he launch him, you know, through that whole little imagery with the orb, with the eye, with everything, and then sent him to this world? What if our Jayce was never from our world and he had never previously flickered in our world, because in our world, the one we've been spending all of our time in, Jayce and his mother died in that snowstorm, and they are both deposited here. Mostly everything in the timeline is the same, except he got hopped over into a timeline to fill that void. This makes me think that this entity is also Jayce, because if we're seeing the echoes of that flickering, which wasn't happening throughout any of his lifetime, did not happen really at all when he was in this universe with a dead Jayce, knowing that he's alone in his mind. We only really saw that in Ekko whenever he was being kind of pulled in these different directions. What if that entity, when he sent him back, kind of tagged along, using him as a vehicle? Like, it just makes me think that this entity is a Jayce and not a Viktor. I mean, it very well could also be a Viktor. I don't know, man. There's a lot of things racing through my mind, and there's a lot of different possibilities. I'm not like wholly committed to any one of them, and I just have fun speculating. I do want to double check something real quick. I just had to go back and look at that Jayce in the cave moment again. Now he's not doing the jittery thing. He had visions, which seems to be different than what we were seeing before. Like when he woke up from a dream in which that image of him at the top of the building was flashing into his mind. So it's not quite the same visual language that we've seen with the Ekko stuff. I don't know. I'm just working with the pieces that we have right now and trying to formulate an idea of what's going on. But this entity is the only living thing here, and who's to say it didn't do this and that it set all of these things in motion? Could be some kind of world-hopping destroyer for all we know. I don't know, man. We'll just wait and see what happens. But I love how this showcased Powder's ingenuity. In a world where she was able to foster it and she didn't go down the path that she did, where she had to really kind of just find these unique ways to continue to get that creative energy out of her body with the graffiti, with her artwork, with her little like rugged contraptions and all that. Like in an environment like this where she's been, you know, she's allowed to prosper, she's safe, you know, she has relationships, she's got her father, all these things around her, but then she still feels like she can't utilize them in a different way. She's being restricted. In the other world, like she fell into crime, she fell into all this stuff, she's got a broken mind, like all these other things. And, you know, there's just so much working against her as well as herself working against her that's holding her back. And here, it's her as well, but in a different way. Like she's got all these things, she's content and she's afraid of shaking things up. You know, she wants to be closer to her father, likely probably because of the loss of her sister, his daughter. So she kind of wants to be here to help. It's almost like when you've got that kid that you know they could dream big, they could achieve those dreams if they just left the nest and go do the things, but things are not the best back home and they feel obligated to stay. So they just kind of hold themselves back, or she's just afraid of the possibility of failing or whatever. I don't know. Like there's a multitude of things that it could be, but either way, there's like something holding her back. And I like that they, Vander gives her that talking to about utilizing what makes her her. And as well that Ekko also reinforces that as well. In this timeline, they're always working on stuff. And when he needs help, he always goes to her. But she doesn't want other people seemingly knowing how smart she is. And I think that's just out of like some kind of reservation she has about herself, like self-doubt almost, which is, again, I think another way she's holding herself back. She combines her knowledge with all of them and they foster it and they help build Ekko's Z drive, though he didn't take it with him. So he doesn't have that on him. At least I didn't see it. Maybe he did bring the canister, but I thought that was back there powering the machine that sent him back. But he may, in a world where Hextech gemstones are just frequent, he may just be able to build one. And now that he knows how to do it, and he can get an actual like full-on gemstone if he returns home, he could build his own Z drive here and utilize that. So he could get his full ult. Well, it won't be able to rewind full time or anything like that, but it'll give him some seconds if he makes a mistake or someone makes a mistake. And I hope that this life and this perspective, getting to spend this time with a powder that has been untainted by this world, and in the same way that he says he's lost hope and maybe found it again here, that he could see all of that in Jinx in our time and be a little softer towards her, because we know that after everything, he's had a hard time doing that. And with Vi here, with Jinx there, and them kind of being on the same side, I'm hoping maybe after the loss of Isha, any of them at least being in her support area will help ground her a little bit, or at least keep her from completely shattering and regressing. And I hope that Ekko going through all of this allows him to be able to willingly do that and see her in a different light and accept her help and know that he might even need her help to make all of this work here in their time. But with Vi being the sacrificial lamb here that set all of this on a course towards cooperation, with the way things have been going with Jinx, with her trying to fix everything and she just cannot die, I'm honestly terrified this is all going to end with her sacrificing herself in order to set everything right. You know, they lost Vi here and everything was set on this course, and in this world, to set everything, or at least to save everything at this point, I think Jinx may have to sacrifice herself. I don't want to put that out in the world, but there it is. Yeah, we'll see. But guys, that's my thoughts on this episode. Love to hear from you all. It was a mind-bending little ride, but sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We're carrying the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here on the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Share, Your Korskov, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'm going to see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.